Hey JQ, how do you turn this around, man? I know you guys are trying, but what do you do to turn it around?
I think it's going to come down to us getting tired of this feeling. Us truly coming together as a unit. I'm hoping that this thing makes us stronger and brings us closer together. I really am. I know Coach takes a lot of heat, a lot of the responsibility, but I got to take some responsibility for this streak that we going on. Me being a point guard, me being as old as I am, me being one of the most seasoned guys on the team, kind of not getting through to my teammates. I got to take some responsibility for what's going on. It's not all on Coach. He gives us the opportunity to be a player-led team, and right now, you could tell we're just not cohesive.
Jahvon, you obviously just addressed that part there in terms of taking self-responsibility, but what else has changed since that stretch where you guys were beating nationally ranked teams like one after another versus not just the last 4 games, but even going back a little bit when you guys were having to get buzzer beaters just to get past teams? What's different? What's changed for the worse?
It's hard to say. I think it's the defense because I feel like we can score well enough. We got enough weapons on the team. We're going to score the ball, regardless. I think it's the way we're guarding. It's just not good enough. And we had some flashes in the non-conference of us playing some really good defense, but we haven't been able to put it all together. The communication's not there. We're just not together, and it shows. That's what I would say. I don't think it's anything offensive.
Is that more technical? Is that more a want to?
I can't really say. I don't know.
JQ, Coach Hardaway described the first half as something that he never thought he would see. What was the mindset going on as it's happening? I mean, 22 points is a season low and a half for you guys. Heads down, going into the locker room. What was going on that whole first half?
We were just obviously offense was we didn't score well in the first half, but we were still talking about defense because we feel like that's our big deficiency right now. So that was kind of the mindset going in. How are we going to guard some of these actions? We knew that we would start to put the ball in the basket a little bit more, but we've been trying to focus on defense.
This is for Nick. Nick, every time you see you're around your teammates, you're corralling the guys, and during this tough stretch, what is it like to, you guys are older, what is it like to kind of try to keep this locker room together and make sure no one starts pointing the finger and just try to stay cohesive?
It's not really tough. We have a really good group of guys. Everyone's a good person. On the court, everyone gets emotional, but we're really figuring each other out. And like JQ said, I think we just got to keep learning and growing from this, and that's something we're learning is how to talk to each other when we're in those moments and when we're going through these rough patches. So it's an experience, but it's nothing too hard. Like I said, we're all good people. Everyone's easy to communicate with and get across, but we just got to figure it all out.
Jahvon or Nicholas or both. Obviously, Penny's made a lot of chemistry issues or locker room problems, whatever you want to call it, and Malcolm talked about it last game. How much of that is the cause of what we're seeing on the court, and what does he mean by locker room problems? What's going on, in y'all's opinion?
I don't really think it's locker room issues. I really don't. I think we're just not together on the court. All the way up into the court, until we get on the floor, though, we're together. It's like once we get out there, it's kind of like, it's a lot going on. So I feel like guys don't respond well to constructive criticism, I mean. think that's one of the biggest issues, just being able to talk to your teammate while you're under duress on the floor and not get a reaction out of them. I think that's probably one of the issues that coach may be talking about.
Yeah, like he just said, I don't think I agree with him on that, and that's why I was pointing out earlier is we're just learning how to communicate with each other on the court, because there's a lot of emotions flaring, a lot going on, and each individual person is different. Each individual person wants to be addressed a different way. So,
going off of those last two questions, what are y'all telling each other in practice leading up to this game and then after the game? What's the message to each other?
I'm just trying to get the guys to stay together. This is tough. This is very tough. I mean, I don't remember ever going through something like this as long as I've been in school. So this is, new for me as well. But I'm telling the guys, stay off social media. And like I said before, it's either we're going to get tired of feeling like this and do something about it, or it's going to keep happening. So, but, I'm just hoping that this is, we're going to say enough is enough and really come together as a unit, not only off the floor, but even when we're at war and facing adversity on the floor.
Jahvon, you've been through the whole starting, not starting thing, and I know a lot of people think that's kind of highly overrated anyway. I mean, it's who finishes, not who starts. But how did you take that, and is there any good that can come out of that down the stretch? Not starting was never important to me. I played a role like that at my previous school, and I thrived in it. It was never really important to me who started the game, like you said. Who finishes is the most important. Coach P wanted to switch things up, and I was all for it. I said, I don't mind. Whatever you decide to do, I'm with you, and it is what it is. So yeah, like you said, I've thrived in that role before, so it's not nothing new to me.
This one is for either of you. Do you guys think that this is going to be the rock bottom moment at this point? Do you think this is going to be the climax of these struggles, or do you think you guys still have ways to go on that?
I think this will be the turning point for us. I mean, feeling like this for the last 2 weeks, it's a lot, and every good team, I mean, if you want to look back at last year, the team who won the national championship, they lost 6 games in a row in the Big East, and they were able to weather that storm and win a national championship. So I think we'll grow from this. I really do. And at least today, I feel like we fought. We gave it everything. We made a couple late mistakes that cost us the game, but for the most part, guys were out there fighting.
It's for either guy. Penny said that he doesn't feel like there's any sort of disconnect between him and you guys. How do y'all feel? He says he's been trying for this, however long to find the right combination of words to say to you guys to sort of either snap you out of it or stop the sort of backward slide here. How do you guys feel about the dynamic between you guys and Penny right now?
There's no disconnect between us and Coach. Like I said before, this is on us. This is on the players. We got a veteran group. We should be able to talk to each other on the floor and not have a negative reaction. I mean, we're old enough, mature enough. That shouldn't be a problem. And this isn't on P at all. I really think Coach Penny had us prepared the last 2 weeks for these games, and we dropped the ball to players. So it's time we look ourselves in the mirror and take responsibility because it's not on coach.